Hello, my name is Rex, and I'm here with my friend Carrie. Carrie is a studio musician here in Phoenix, Arizona, and he and I have worked together for over 25 years. And what we had planned today is to open a new guitar, at least a new guitar for Carrie to take a look at. It's one that's in my collection that I got recently, and I thought it'd be fun to have him see what he thinks about the guitar, kind of react to it a little bit. So with that, we'll go ahead and turn it over. This guitar, well, starting the case says Rivolta on it, so we know it's a Rivolta guitar he's going to be looking at. Go ahead, Carrie. Let's get this thing cracked open and see what you think.
This way?
Say about this way, I think.
Oh, I see. Grab that rest of it there. Oh, hell yes. Oh, my goodness.
And we don't have to plug it in quite yet. Just kind of give your reaction to the body of the guitar and everything itself.
Well, body and looks wise, it's kind of right out of my dreams, I guess. You know, love P90s, so those beautiful chrome P90s look good. And then this classic, you know, it's kind of a combination of Rickenbacker-ish and the wonderful way that it evokes, you know, a really good looking diner in 1958 or something, you know, with these beautiful finishes. This gold thick pick guard looks so great on the, whatever they call the greenish bluish color. What a nice finish, good God. Feels solid as a rock. And things I wouldn't normally like on just any guitar. Like I'm not big on big old inlays and stuff, but here it's like part of the diner, you know, like you got to have
the countertop.
Yeah, exactly. You know, mother of countertop there in the inlays. It just looks great. And so, a really cool looking vibrato. Oh yeah, look at the action on that thing. Oh, I like that. I like how the vibrato is kind of Bigsby like, but it's not, you know, 20 pounds of metal on the guitar. It's just this nice little.
So you see those out of Europe. That's a less trim vibrato system.
Less trim.
Yeah, and the body itself, I know she sort of reacted to the weight of it when you pulled it up. It is a chambered body. It's a mahogany body.
Oh, it's chambered even.
Chambered.
Yeah, it's a good thing it ain't solid.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. I mean, it's very balanced and nice anyway. But yeah, it was heavier than I thought. I thought it was going to pull right out of the case. I kind of went, oh, okay. I had to adjust my...
It's got a maple neck on it, and it's got ebony on the fingerboard.
Oh, man.
So,
yeah.
Now this is the Rivolta Combinata Roman numeral 5, what is it, 1057 or 1058? I can't quite remember the number on it at the time, but I picked this one up at their location in Nashville, and these they have built overseas, and they have them imported, and they do all the setup in Nashville and ship them out. At the time, they were associated and still are with Eastwood guitars. But Rivolta is in there with Dennis Fano and his Novo guitars.
Fano, wow, yeah.
And Dennis was involved in the design of this particular model.
No wonder.
From that.
It's great because some people try too hard to get that, you know, you're at the diner playing the jukebox in 1958 look to guitars, but this one is still tasteful and elegantly going over the top with the diner look. You know, it's just the right combination for me. That's a beautiful color. And you can just tell it's quality. You know, I can just feel it.
Nickel hardware on it. It's got a 25-inch scale, so a little bit shorter than the one.
So that's kind of
that.
A lot of guitars are doing that these days. That'd be halfway between Gibson and Fender.
Okay.
Gibson's like 24 and a half. Fender's like 25 and a half. So a 25 is like you're happy. You know, it should please everyone.
So this particular guitar, when we were going through Nashville, I had a chance to stop in and visit with all three companies, really, Novo, Rivolta, and Eastwood. And this one just drew my attention to it. I just felt good from the beginning, and Valerie was with me, and so she had an input on color because it just kind of jumped out to us. Definitely has that 50s, early 60s vibe to it. The carved top on it is really interesting.
And a good tip, when your wife loves it,
That's always
probably
good.
means you're going to get it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I agree with her, because this would have made me swoon. And I remember I saw a picture, like you sent me a link like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these Rivolta guitars, and I did right on the iPhone or whatever. I went, holy crap, look at that beautiful thing. But it's really nice to see in person. It's got a certain subtle elegance too. Like it's outrageously good looking, but then they didn't go so crazy. It doesn't look like an Edsel or something, like they
Yeah.
went too far with the 50s or something. It just looks wonderful. Feels great.
So we'll take a couple minutes here and we'll get it plugged in and tuned up, and then we'll be back. Okay. Well, we've had a chance to tune it up a little bit and get it dialed in with the Princeton reverb. Let's see where it takes you.
Well, I'll tell you after we tuned it, but before I tuned it with no volume, and I know it's not going to pick up real big on the mics, but still, when you're sitting there and they're resonating and sustaining in your lap, you're off to a good start with a guitar. Hopefully it has good pickups naturally, but which pickups work better, when the guitar already resonates and sustains and sounds fantastic, or when it has to overcome that the guitar doesn't do that? Obviously, the former. Okay, P90s, wonderful. They're a whole thing unto themselves. I need more P90 guitars. I don't really have any, and I want some, so that excited me to see it. The old Gibson single coils is basically what P90s are. And they have a certain grit, and they're still clean, and Well, that's both pickups. Ten Babies Ring. Try the neck. Bridge. Yeah, hear how it's still clean, but we're getting just enough of that breakup that's still clean. You could still twang all day and play a Tom Petty bird song or something, but then it's not sterile clean. It's all right. Nice pickup, huh?
it kind of fits some of the Big for His Age songs where we use the old de-armands, the big body de-armands,
Yeah.
and some of the I Don't Knows and the She's So Tan and some of that stuff. Yeah.
This really lives up to its looks, because like you want, a really great, everyone says vintage sound this and vintage sound that, but if vintage, isn't always good, there's a lot of crappy vintage stuff, right? But the really good vintage stuff has that, oh, I don't even want to turn on any effects, I don't want to do anything, check that out, because it's already just doing so much just by being a sustainy tone monster, barely pushing it a little more. Hardly call it distortion. A little more.
Just a reminder, we're running this out of Carrie's Boss GX100 into a Princeton Reverb, and I've got a 57 on that. I'm also taking the signal directly from his pedal to see what that sounds like. When I play it back, I may mix the two together a little bit, but in the room here, it's sounding really nice.
Little fake Leslie, I doubt it. Sounds great with the Leslie. Oh yeah, some ambient stuff. Can I reach the knob enough? I wonder. Let's see. Yeah, kind of. I haven't tried a lot of distorted sounds because I'm so in love with just the basic.
Well, I think the guitar kind of takes you that direction.
It does. It sure
just
does.
has that retro feel to it. Once again, this is the Combinata is the name of this line of guitars, and they do have several different pickup combinations with the guitar.
I'm glad you got that one.
Yeah, I really like this. That less trim is kind of interesting too. This seems really solid.
Well made, smooth as silk, and light.
Yeah.
I like Bigsby vibratos to play. They have their own special little nice little thing to add. But, there's these 10-pound hunks of metal on the end of your guitar, and somebody really put some thought into how could we still have that really great, solid Bigsby sound in something that's more out of the way and manageable and doesn't add just a big slab of metal. This has enough good weight. We don't need like a 3-pound, whammy bar on it. it's like a tweed amp turned up
Yeah,
all the way or something.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm still not going for metal sounds. I'm going for what happens if you turned up a 56 tweed all the way or something, right? Yeah. Oh, a big muff fuzz, huh? Let's see what that sounds like. Where's it at? How about that? How could something be so distorted and yet so sweet? I'll go out for a smoke while the A note goes.
Cool.
It,
And
it
in
lives
terms
up to
of,
its beauty too. It's so nice because it's such a showstopper. You
isn't
open
it?
up the case and you go, "Damn!" But I can tell you, playing it is also damn. This sounds and works and is built as good as it looks. So,
Yeah, we're working on a new album, Big for His Age album, and I think this
oh,
will be featured on that record. I know I've been playing it with the band, and it just fills the room. It definitely has that throwback retro feel to it.
well, it has that
Um,
big thing that you just can't, money can't buy or whatever. Like it's a special thing for any instrument to have. This is not only just a great guitar to play, it's going to make you like write a good song because like you're already sitting there on it and going, oh, I know, listen to that almost not clean, you know, pushing a tube amp over the edge. It'll lead you to styles of music and stuff because it just sounds great.
the current, we're filming this in May of 2025. The current Combinata models without the trim are in the $1,400 range. I think when this one was out a year or so ago, it was a little bit higher than that. But once again, the guys were really nice. They treated us really nicely. I did buy the guitar. They didn't sponsor this video, but I just thought it was a cool enough guitar that I'd love to see what it was in Kerry's hands and what he thought of it.
It is a cool enough guitar, right? And I like when they're inspirational like this. After you get over its dazzling beauty, and it's well built, sustainy. Oh my God, this is a great guitar. It's such a great guitar that it makes you think of songs. It makes you think of stuff. You don't just already have a song that maybe I'll use the Rivolta. The Rivolta will inspire new songs as you're sitting there messing around with it because
I think this has been the most surprising guitar that I found in the last 2 years. I've got some really beautiful guitars and lucky to find the ones that I have. But this one surprised me the most because I wasn't expecting as much from it. But once I got it here and started playing it with the band, I just really like the overall sound of it. And so it'll definitely be featured on some recordings coming up. But I'm glad you had a chance to get your hands on it and get a feel for it.
Well, this does that thing. Here's a tip, young guitarists, that I've been finding out lately in recording. There's like so many songs that I've done that I love what I ended up playing, and then I'll think about it afterwards and go, I didn't do nothing on this song. We got a sound so great. This combination of amp that we'll be doing some song that if the sound was lesser, I might automatically start to noodle and try to show how clever I am on the guitar or whatever. And when the sound is awesome, you tend to, once drums and bass and things are going, wow, listen to that D chord, you know. And then I sound like a guitar hero after the song's done. It's like, yeah, that's the best D chord I ever heard, right? It's a part that I could have played when I was 12, but the sound is so perfect and so inspirational that it makes you tasteful, and it makes you not want to fill the space with junk and just go, you know, that's enough. That already sounds like a horn section or something. I'll just keep that chord going, you know. And that's the best thing I can say about a guitar. I mean, super clean still isn't sterile, right?
Very cool. Thank you, Carrie, and thank you guys for tuning in. If you like this, we're just a couple guys that like playing guitars and fooling around with equipment. So if you like this kind of stuff, come back and give us a like on these videos and check out some more. We're just going to continue to play stuff that we like. Talk to you later.
We're like Julia Roberts in Notting Hill. I'm just a guy who loves guitars.